faces and look in the mirror, okay? If they darker than the bag, there ain't but so far up the ladder they can climb, understand? I guess. Nah, you don't get it, son. I'm talking about the colored ladder, see? Mothers want they daughters to marry light. They know high society niggas don't want no darkies at their parties. I just nodded, waiting for mine, knowing it was coming. Yeah, he said softly. It's different with white folks. Color ain't the thing. Boy like you was born trash. You could be light as one of them albinos, wouldn't make no difference. I knew it was true. By the time they ended the lockdown and we could mix again, the clay had hardened. Larson's crew called it for personal, put out the word. They weren't going race hunting. They only wanted Jester. I guess the hacks wanted him too. They never binged him for the killing, and they knew Jester would never take a voluntary PC. That section of solitary was marked protective custody, but the road sign was just there to fool the tourists. Cons called it Punk City. Jester, he'd rather swan dive into hell wearing gasoline swim trunks. For a lot of the Latin gang kids I knew coming up, it wasn't whether you died that counted. It was how you died. When Jester hit the yard, he wasn't alone. There was a fan of Latinos behind him, unfurling from his shoulders like a cape in the wind. Jester don't mind dying, but he sure mind motherfuckers trying, the prof said out of the side of his mouth. The motorcycle guys stood off to one side, watching. Everyone gave the two crews room, measuring the odds. There were a few more of the Latins, but they all looked like they'd come from the same cookie cutter, short and slim to the point of being feline. The motorcycle guys were carrying a lot more beef. Question was, what else were they carrying? Only steel is real, the prof said, summing it up. The yard buzzed with its life force, rumor. Was it true that the hacks had looked the other way, let the whites rearm? Had the search squad really found a few live .22 rounds during the shakedown? What about the word that they were going to transfer a new bunch of bikers in from Attica and Dannemora to swell the ranks? Jester turned and faced his crew, deliberately offering his back to the whites. One of them started forward, stopped when their leader held up his hand. It wasn't going to be today, and the next 3 weeks went by quiet. The motorcycle guys trapped me in a corridor near the license plate shop. My fault, I should have been race war alert, but I'd let the quiet lull me. How much? Their leader, a guy named Vestry, asked me. How much for what? I said, stalling, but honestly puzzled too. For the peace, man. Don't be playing dumb with us. You're all alone here. I don't know what your boy Oz. He's the guy what makes all the best shanks. So we figure he's got. The man shut him down, you know that. Oz don't keep a stash. Makes them to order and hands them over as soon as they're done. We're not talking about no fucking pig stickers, Burke. We want the peace. If the hacks found bullets, there's gotta be a gun. And word is, it's yours. The word is bullshit. Look, man, we're willing to pay. Or did the spics get to you first? I'm not in this, I told him. If I had a piece, I'd sell it to you. You know I'm short. You think I'd bag my go home behind getting caught with a fucking gun? We know you got it, Vestry said, stubborn stupid, stepping closer. A sound came from the men behind him, the trilling of a pod of orcas who'd spotted a sea lion pup far from the herd. One of them said, "Oh," just as I heard a sound like a pop gun and saw his hands go to his face. He stumbled to one knee, said, and fell over. Another pop gun sound. Vestry grabbed at his neck like a bee stung him, but blood spurted out between his fingers. Everybody ran. Everybody that could. It just came out of the shadows, I told them, like it was a ghost or something. At least 2 ghosts, then, Oz said. Vestry made it to the hospital in time, the other guy didn't, but there were 2 shots. So, not a zip, the prof said thoughtfully. Ain't no way to reload one of those suckers that fast.